to thank you all for coming to our first panel here at BronyCon. We're really excited and we're happy to see that all of you have shown up. You all having fun so far, or? Yeah! All right.
Fun.
Fun.
Fun. Fun.
All right, so most fun we've had so far is playing my favorite game, Line Simulator 2013 BronyCon edition. I bought all the DLC. It's pretty fun. Standing there with water, drinks, line for a line. But overall, it's pretty good. My name's Aramis. I'm also known as Rami, though you can't see it on my badge.
I am David Foster, also known on the now podcast as Solari.
I'm Wyatt. I'm also known as Doc or Medicus.
And I'm Alex, also DP11.
Yet again, you go last.
That's tradition.
It's tradition.
Yeah.
We saved the
You have
best
to finish
for
last strong, so.
All right. So usually we do live streaming, but now we're going to be doing a mixture of that and podcasting. And we thought we'd do something kind of different than we usually do. You guys are just going to ask us questions, and we'll ask you guys questions.
Questions for questions.
Yes, so if you ever have any questions throughout the whole thing, just raise your hand and we'll ask you. Yes.
Answer you.
Are you going to ask the question directly to the last person who asked you one? Oh.
That works, thank you.
You're a celebrity.
Everyone, put your hands together.
What determines who you ask the questions to?
Whoever raises their
Whoever
hands
wants to-
first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whoever wants to be the most vocal.
Yeah. Which I'm sure there's some very vocal people out there.
Believe me, I can be very vocal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I presume that's my one.
Fun.
Clearly the fun here has been doubled.
Exactly.
Someone play her jam. What? Her jam song? Come on, Equestria Girls. Right over your head. So, yeah.
Cricket.
So who has a question to ask us?
Speaking of which, has anybody heard of Dippy's music here? Because he makes music. Yes? You have. Awesome. Yes, also.
Technically selfless advertising, but someone else did it for me. So
He is known as Dippy11 on SoundCloud, DIPI11.
I guess I endorse his advertisement.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm trying to help you out. Screw you, man. So much for friendship, huh?
Friendship. Friendship is magic.
But,
Friendship is magnets.
Communism is magic.
Hey. But usually we'll talk about up-and-coming artists. Usually we'll, like literally artists who have gotten less than 10,000 views or are just up-and-coming. So we also help musicians as well as video.
Yeah, we also interview up-and-coming authors, too, of which we recently interviewed Distorted Flair, known for his story, The Scent Lust of Mares, if anyone recognizes his story.
What about some up-and-coming ones that we talked about?
Authors or?
Ones,
in general.
Yeah.
Well, so far we've interviewed him. We've also interviewed Blaze, who's an up-and-coming musician, I believe, from England. And we have several more people coming up in our podcast.
What about the ones that we talked about, Nicole?
Well, we've also interviewed Peter Newt. And yes, we got him to talk like Big Mac for the entire interview.
No.
Yep.
Yup.
He was really nice.
He's a real cool dude.
Yep. No.
Towards the end, he was tired, yeah.
Speaking of favorite games, I also played my favorite game, Wallet Destroyer 2013 BronyCon edition. I'm almost broke. Someone help.
I've already went broke.
I have luckily not gone broke, and I hope that it stays that way for the next 24 hours, because if I go broke, well, I'm not even going to continue that.
But
My tip would be don't buy food at the convention.
Yes, definitely.
I made the mistake of buying it once, and I've spent on that more than I have on any other meal that I've bought.
then we went to Subway and we got a way better deal.
Yeah, because I paid for it.
I paid for my own meal, thank you very much.
You'll pay less money for more
Fair enough. Fair enough.
If you had spent the money to buy 2 people food here, you could have bought all 4 of us something at Subway.
It's not that great anyway.
My money, my rules.
Convention shouldn't hear that. It's not nice. It's not friendship either.
Actually, I think you could have bought more than just for the 4 of you. I think you could have put on more.
We could have fed a up-and-coming army in Siberia. All 12 of them, the dancing polar bear. So anyone here has a question?
Hold on, did you say this was live streaming?
I don't know.
There's the camera right
back
behind
there.
you.
I don't know what the
Yes.
camera's doing.
Everyone say hi to Everfree.
Hey.
I didn't know we were live streaming.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Question.
What has gotten y'all interested in the show? I mean, how did you become a Brony?
How did we
man.
become bronies?
Yeah, that's the question. Why don't you start, Wyatt?
Well, you
All right,
were
so-
raised with flour, cocoa, and I'm sorry.
And Chemical X, no.
So, the way I became a brony is not because of the show, although I was curious and watched the show, but what really got me interested was all the fan art, all the music, basically everyone talking about it. And as the average person on the internet, I figured this is popular for some reason. So one night I decided to watch the first 2 episodes, and then the next night the next 2, and then so on and so forth.
Mine was a little bit interesting. I spend a lot of time on YouTube and the internet, as I'm sure a lot of you also do. And there were some great musical artists out there. And at the same time, I also saw a lot of posts and forums that were bashing bronies and MLP. So I was a little bit confused. I didn't know much about the show. And then a time of my life, I was a little depressed, and I thought, well, I'm gonna give these guys a shot. They're being bashed all over the internet, and it seems like a really nice, innocent show. So I watched it, and I ended up really enjoying it. It made me a lot happier, and that's how I got into MLP. Thank you.
Magic of friendship.
I was kind of different from all my friends. I didn't watch the show first. I actually read stories and saw some artwork. First story I read was My Little Dashie. And before any of you ask, yes, I bawled my eyes out and hated the author. I also read Cupcakes, was a little bit disturbed. But second time reading through, My Little Dashie's kind of meh. And Cupcakes is a comedy thriller. Can't wait for the sequel. But afterwards, I did watch the show. And I've been liking it. I love the fandom, although there are some people in the fandom that are a little...
Eccentric?
Crazy.
Oh,
Yes, thank you.
That is true, but I've met some really, really far out people. They're still cool, though, you know?
Everyone goes to extremes, especially the internet. Like, you're gonna meet people who just don't really know how to control themselves and just go all out. And like, especially if they're fans of people think that like.
Or Rainbow Dash. I've seen enough of it. But look at this.
Expressing it doesn't mean they're trying to shove it in your face. It's like, well, you can't tell me that's expressing yourself. That's pretty much telling you, hey, no, I want you.
You're right, especially when it comes to the internet.
They can go a little too far.
Look at the bright side, though. At least we're not 12-year-old Call of Duty fans. Thank you.
I find
Beat
it
my
strange
speech,
that we
Alex, I
applauded
dare you.
at the fact that we aren't COD fans.
We're talking about brony stories, right? Right?
I'm sure
right?
there's a lot of COD fans here.
Yeah. So how I became a brony? Usually, you know how most of the times bronies, you're always invited by your friends. Sometimes, most of the time, I don't know. Not me, though, because I'd always watched YouTube and stay on the internet and stuff. And one time, I was on YouTube and I saw a random video of Rainbow Dash. And I'm like, okay. And then I started watching more and more videos, and I'm wondering why are people making these. So I looked it up on Know Your Meme. Know Your Meme, so helpful.
Yes, you had a question? And then you, because you've been raising your hand up for a while now.
Yeah, what's so strange about applauding the fact that we are not 12-year-old Call of Duty players?
Well, the typical symptoms that come with that is immaturity, lack of masculinity. You complain about everything, and then you usually cry when you get your kill streak ruined. Yes, you must be a total racist and then claim that you're a humanitarian to feel better about yourself and sleep better at night.
So, we have a
Yes,
question.
every time you see a girl in a match, you must be like, what are you?
Here, let them question.
Hey, we have a question?
Go right ahead,
Yes.
sir.
What are your thoughts on Equestria Girls?
We just watched that this morning too.
We just got David here. We harassed him into watching it.
Yeah.
Because he was saying very, very mean things.
Personally, it was really not as bad as I expected it to be. It's better
Well,
than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, when I heard about it and I saw it from the surface, I was like, wait, this is just a runoff of MLP. I thought it was sort of like its own separate series. I already saw that My Littlest Pet Shop was very similar, same model colors and so forth, and I saw this and I thought it was doing another runoff. But then we watched it today. Actually, isn't as bad as I thought it would be. And it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, yeah. We have 3 questions. You. Go to him first, because he's been raising his hand up for a while. Then we'll go you, and then you.
I was wondering, what is your favorite major arc of the series?
My favorite major what?
Heart.
Arc.
Heart.
Oh no, arc.
Art?
Arc. Story arc.
Plot line within the series.
Oh, my bad.
You know, that thing that isn't usually needed to maintain a story.
Man, there's so much to choose from.
Why don't you go first?
This is tough.
Well, I initially, probably one of my favorite plot lines, well, actually, I have 2, but the idea over the battle of night and day, and then eventually she got banished to the moon, I found very interesting. But probably the most interesting would have to be with Sombra, simply because that was the one villain that kind of... Some people say he died, some say they didn't because his horn was still there. So that's pretty interesting because I could see that coming back later in future seasons.
All I have to say to that is, what was Sombra's only line?
Yeah.
More than one. He said my crystal ponies once.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then followed by Gak.
Collectively, yeah.
Gak over and over again.
I have to say my favorite plot points in the series were probably Nightmare Moon's arc, although that didn't really go anywhere because, you know, I have all the elements of harmony. We have friendship.
Speaking...
I'm so sorry, big sister. I loved you so much.
My Little Pony. Friendship is Deus Ex Machina.
Speaking of which,
Yes.
actually, I have a question on that. Maybe you guys can answer it for me. In the plot line with Nightmare Moon, she thought she destroyed the elements of harmony, correct? With the
Yes.
stones? Yeah. But she was banished to the moon when Celestia used the elements of harmony. So didn't she already knew what they looked like, and those obviously didn't look like what she used before?
I actually. Yeah, go right ahead, man.
I honestly think that perhaps Celestia actually did use the stones, and with the new elements of harmony, you know, the main 6, they manifested as something different, you know, because they can't really. I mean, they look like they're cutie marks, and
Like they change over
it
time,
changes
maybe?
with the new wielders, perhaps.
Okay. Well, then wouldn't it change when it went to the main 6?
Well, yeah, it did.
It did.
It was
Oh,
rocks
yeah.
before.
As much as I like overanalyzing things, this is a cartoon.
One word. Shush. It's friendship.
All right.
The-
My theory
Magic.
on that is
Anything that can't be explained can be explained by magic.
my theory on that is it goes into with another question of why didn't Celestia simply turn Luna back? But the
The
thing
comic
is,
books answer that
the-
question.
Okay, but I haven't read any of the comics. Okay. But my theory is that they were indeed the stones before, yeah, and I think when they broke and Twilight found out that she and her friends were the embodiments of these elements of harmony, that she subconsciously turned them into what they are now.
Okay.
Because you have seen her power.
He had a question real quick.
Yeah.
She is Harry Potter.
Yeah, I believe the question order was his, and then the person
And-
Derby
yeah,
had.
and then him.
All right, so.
Get off the grid and get off the line.
Here.
Okay, testing.
Oh, wait. You gotta pass the grade. Okay.
Can I ask my question now?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Before you guys became Bronies, were you part of any other fandoms, like major fandoms like Trekkies or
Like
Cubans?
attend conventions and so forth, or just
yeah.
fans of?
Kind of both in a way. Like were you like into stuff like Trek or Doctor Who or something, or anime fans?
Yeah. Avatar is a good one, yeah. Avatar, Star Wars, Pokemon, Doctor Who. There you go. There you go. We got 2 in here. 3. Awesome.
I thought there were like 13 regenerations. Where
Yes,
are the
there
other?
was.
Where are the other?
For me, the fandoms, Pokemon, Kolyoko, which is a...
I forgot about that one.
And yes, I cannot wait for when they finally translate Season 5 back to English from French Canadian. A bit, other things that I liked, CSI.
Is that a fandom?
I was a fandom of that.
Oh, okay.
And
Yeah.
SpongeBob, up until
SpongeBob,
the
yeah.
movie. The movie was great, and then
We are Goobies Goobies.
SpongeBob is... I love you for that.
Alex, you a part of any other fandoms?
Well, I know I liked a lot of stuff, but there wasn't anything that I was actually dedicated to as much as the Brony fandom.
So indecisive.
I know I'm indecisive.
And then the gentleman with the derpy hat was next.
Muffins.
Muffins.
Fun.
Muffins. Fun, 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 fun.
All right.
All right,
question.
all right.
I just want to know with the obvious cancellation of Fighting is Magic, all the cease and desist, do you feel that Hasbro is working with us or are they still against us?
Ooh, I like that topic.
Fighting is Magic is a trippy topic to talk about because the game was made open source intentional. That's their intention. It was open source so that you could have any of the assets. And then they kind of turned about face on that and said that, no, we're not giving any of the assets away because that's copyright infringement. They themselves don't own the copyright. So by law, Hasbro could shut them down because you broke GPU license for open source. I'm sad that it ended that way, but the team, from people that I knew who were part of it, had a lot of membership retention problems. For every member they lost, they used to get 2, then it became they were losing 3 members and only getting 1. It was all kind of a mess.
In my opinion, whenever it comes to anything Hasbro, not to be negative, but money, period, end. Not a big fan.
As much as we love Hasbro for making MLP, we have to remember this is Hasbro.
And Lauren Foster's gone.
I live down the street from them, so.
All right, so
You have to be nice. They'll go to your
question?
They'll come to my
We have a
house,
question?
Okay, follow up to the last guy's question. I thought they had switched up to a new project entirely with similar
They
mechanics.
have. It's all original concept art and everything with
Which Lauren Foster's helping them with.
Rumors I've been hearing is that the game is going to be borrowing from the original story for Friendship is Magic she wrote out.
I'm going to have to look that up later.
I leave that up in the air because it could be anything.
And
Right.
these guys had a question
Right
also.
here in the front.
What's your favorite episode?
Favorite episode?
Oh man, I hate
Mystery on
this is
Friendship
such a hard
Express.
choice.
Obvious. It's best. No one? Yeah, all right. You guys?
Oh,
I like that.
That is one of my
I
top
like that.
favorites.
I don't have a particular one, but I really like Fluttershy, so pretty much anyone that has Fluttershy in it. Yeah! Thank you! Thank you!
I'm really impartial to all the characters. I don't have a total favorite one, but I have a favorite princess, and that's Luna. I love any episode with her is a good episode in my book. Yes, there is a Luna cosplayer outside. Maybe we should bring her in.
Do you like bananas?
To the moon with you.
Right.
Bananas? Bananas?
As tradition
The
holds,
gentleman with the silver hair.
White.
Sorry.
Just on the topic of that, I have to ask you if you like bananas.
Well, no matter what we
Can I
answer, it's
find
still
them
gonna send me
on
to
the
the moon
moon?
anyway.
You know what?
I like bananas.
I take option C. Do you like bananas?
Oh, you turned it around.
To the moon! All right. Gentlemen, right here.
Over here.
Oh, blue shirt first.
Blue shirt first, and then the guy in yellow.
Blue shirt first, and then the one in the yellow jacket.
All right. Question?
Which of the ponies would you say you guys are most like?
Which of the ponies?
Yeah. Personality-wise.
Yeah.
I'd have to say Fluttershy.
You already know my answer. Do I need to say anything?
Final scratch?
Fluttershy. Oh, yeah. Well, she's a close second.
Twilight. I can get really, really, really crazy about stuff. Yes, tardy. I was about to have a lesson 0 meltdown when we were waiting to start.
Yeah.
For me, if I don't know you, I'm Fluttershy, but if I do know you, I'm Pinkie Pie.
That's another good way to look at it, yeah.
Oh, no, not that again.
No, yeah.
Yellow
We'll be doing that
jacket?
10 more times today,
Yellow jacket.
at least.
All right.
Funny. Dog in the microphone.
I would ask who's best pony, but I know that question would probably get shot down. Who's your favorite pony?
My favorite pony is your favorite pony.
And Pinkie Pie is better than your
This is only a reference for those who were at the roast last night.
Inspirational. Mine would be Fluttershy.
You're copying me. No.
Not friendship.
All ponies are best ponies, but Fluttershy is better pony. Better best pony.
Pinkie Pie.
Luna is still best princess. I'm just going to finish it with that. I saw a panelist over there. He looks like Spike, except Asian and cool.
Yeah.
Yes. I gave him a question because I know.
What are your favorite things about the fandom?
Favorite things about the fandom.
Favorite things.
Go.
The content that people create. So much.
In my opinion, the fandom has some of the most creative people out there. Vocalists, artists, musicians, and also one of the nicest communities in all the other fandoms that I've seen. We have a lot of charities and a lot of great people. And the people who design the show are also really awesome people and very good philanthropists. That's
Everyone
why I
is
like
so
it.
friendly.
Yes.
I agree with all your points, but I'm going to add one more. Literature. And live action, well, if you've seen all the My Little Dashie movies that never happened, well, that's one area we need to work on a little bit more.
My favorite thing about the fandom is that we celebrate individualism because we all know what it's like to be forsaken by society. We all celebrate individualism, and we all accept each other and encourage each other in what we do. I mean, if someone spent their entire day digging through trash, I'm sure someone in the world does that, we would encourage them because, you know, it's not hurting anyone. It's perfectly acceptable. That's what I like.
Now, I believe you raised your hand. Yes, no, Tech? Did you raise your hand earlier? Okay.
I was going to say all ponies are equal, but Fluttershy is more equal.
Thank you.
Come on.
Communism.
And you've been raising your hand for a while
Final
now.
scratch, and then the cameraman.
Yes.
The cameraman. I like that.
And then the
Well, I just have to ask you, who is your favorite villain and who is your least favorite villain?
My favorite,
Not including Sunset Shimmer.
my favorite villain.
You know what?
He's out.
You know what? I'm done.
Because Sunset Shimmer wasn't technically in the series, she was just in the movie.
When you say villain, do you mean any antagonist? Because technically, Gilda isn't a villain.
Like,
Guys,
All right. I'm sorry to interrupt, but come on, let's.
so do you mean any antagonist or strictly villains?
Including Sunset Shimmer.
like,
No.
Like if you wanted to say.
They said
like say
Diamond
Nightmare
Tiara.
Boom, Discord, Trixie,
All right,
Flim Flam Brothers, they're
All right,
technically
Diamond Tiara.
antagonists.
So,
Discord would have to be my favorite.
yeah, same tier.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good contact.
Discord number 1.
Chrysalis is my favorite because you can have all the ponies. Least favorite, just because her story is just so incomplete, Sunset Shimmer. Whether or not she's canon, her story is just so threatens to destroy the school and take over 2 worlds, cries for forgiveness. It's all good, just fix the wall.
Well, that's all the damage she actually managed to do.
Besides making everyone a zombie in that really cool scream.
Go ahead, Alex.
She does have to fix the wall on her own.
Speak up.
Well, my favorite one would be, I guess, simply put, without thinking of it too hardly, Discord, because the way he messes with every pony and how he changes reality.
The guy with the camera, you had a question, and then we'll get some more of you two over in the back over here. Yeah.
How did you guys come to be?
What do you mean?
Like, how did BPPH come
Long
to be?
story that
I
pans
actually,
over.
okay, this is a bit of a joyride, but I'll start it off because I was killing it from the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, so when a
Little bit
man
more
loves a
interesting than
woman,
that,
no, okay. So I was in the group from the beginning, and I was friends with the first owner, David DeSimone, and we yes, but it was because of
issues,
really intolerable problem that we had that was bordering on friendship is not magic at all, and then our friend Devin Hawkinson took over, and then we had more problems because he was stressing himself way too hard with it. And then he brought in an artist who wanted to use our group to capitalize on her artwork, and that failed too. And then everyone kind of voted me in, and then we made the Crystal Empire song our Deem song to try to get here in one piece without falling apart.
First democratically elected leader.
So
Aramis Perez for president.
So basically, our group is basically Soviet Russia.
Yeah, it's Soviet Russia, and then except for
Group form you.
group from you, but freedom liberates you.
Right, so.
Ooh.
I'm sorry.
Well,
Look at it this way.
Alex,
We wouldn't let the
you had
other
a
ones
good
know.
one.
Oh, come on.
I'd have to say my story to become BPPH is the most complex of all. So, I was watching BPPH, I asked to join, and they let me join. I know,
But I was
completely
the first
complicated,
target on the
hard to
list.
keep track.
That's why I give you the knife.
Oh.
The lady,
They're-
the one with the white lab coat. You can speak up.
Right.
Don't think that my frowning was like at your son. I'm frowning at the fact that people are that immature.
Yes, that reminded me of another thing that I loved about the fandom. It defies the whole societal standard when it comes to that. It tells people you can be who you are, and also
Gender equality.
Gender equality, especially, yeah.
You're saying I'm the cop here.
Oh, I didn't say that.
People who are against feminism is like, well, wait, feminism
May be like in cases like it may be like they may think it's only protecting women. It's like actually, if you think about it, it can help men because it lowers the expectation for men. They have to be this big muscular guy because not every guy wants to be that. Some are perfectly being calm and some are motherly, but they're seen as like just both not useful in our society. So.
I would like to comment on yours real quick, and then we'll get back to her question. The only reason why I'm a bit iffy when it comes to that is I've met a lot of people who are pro-feminism, and there's extremes to that, just as there are extremes to any view. And that's why save that separately. Me personally, I just say I'm pro gender equality and everything. I don't say that I'm pro feminist or anything. I just say gender equality, period.
In regards to your son, what your son should say to these people is, at least I have self-confidence to be who I want to be and not be a walking advertisement for whatever people want me to be.
Right. Yeah.
If they don't like that, that's too bad for them. It shouldn't matter what they have to say.
Your son having the ability to stand up to all of those people and be who he is, despite mainstream and everybody picking on him, will help him become a stronger and better person than they will ever be.
Gentleman with the awesome hair.
Well, the gentleman in the gray shirt and then the gentleman with the blue hat.
With the blue cap.
Yes.
Get your facts right.
Rainbow dash hat.
Twixie hat.
So-
Same thing.
I didn't see the rainbow. I saw blue.
It's about 20% cooler, but get into the question.
Thank you. My main question is continuing this question of the lady over there is the influence that most of the groups I've encountered since 1 year and a half were getting most stock and items and quantities of items that defines us as a brony. Do you think that the capitalism, the production is becoming overboard and the massive community is just proving that, buy stuff and be a brony?
You don't have to buy stuff to be a fan, in my opinion. To be a fan, in my opinion, is who you are, what it means to you, and how you act, how the show has changed you. You take a lot of the lessons from the show to heart, and you enforce the teachings that they've showed you on the show and be a nicer person, share and so forth, then you are a fan.
To add to that, you don't need pony swag to be cool. You don't need it to be a brony. The fact that you enjoy the show and you enjoy the experience with other people and you have other friends who are bronies, I think that's enough. I don't really own much pony swag other than a rarity figurine, a poster that someone gave me, and a Twilight card, and a bunch of other cards I have from other people. But I don't feel the need to have to, go buy 20 t-shirts and all that merchandise to feel like one.
Besides yesterday, all I had was this shirt. That was it. I don't personally think you need it.
Well, I know.
Do you need pony
What?
swag to be? Do you need pony swag to be cool?
Do you need pony swag to be a brony?
No, I really don't think you need pony swag to be a brony. I mean, I don't have that much. Mainly, I don't have much money to get that kind of stuff. But I'm here now, and I got some money to get some stuff. I mean,
Plushies are
it's hypocritical wearing a
expensive.
pony
Oh my
shirt right
gosh.
now.
I know.
But I really do think to be a brony at heart is just to be a fan of the show, to like it, to watch it, and practice its lessons.
The one in the Rainbow Dash cap.
Yes.
We are so sorry to keep you waiting, but after all, Rainbow Dash is the coolest, so we gotta save the coolest for last with this wave of questions,
I just want to know, what do you guys think about the high population of bronies in the U.S. lately?
Amazing.
Great. We need
Yes.
it.
Awesome, superb,
The more the better.
Just know, as Democratic leader of our group, we are gonna make a country for all bronies.
Also-
It will be named Equestria, and all those who refuse, well, you have fun building Canterlot. No, not banishment. You're gonna build Equestria. No, I'm kidding.
Hasbro will sue us.
To the moon.
Mr. Derpy.
Many questions.
Here, let's get people who haven't asked questions.
Actually, right
yeah.
here then, up front.
White shirt.
Plain white tees.
Plain white tees.
Grendo says hi.
I say
Grendo
hello
says
back to
hi.
Grendo.
We say hi to you. Everyone turn to the camera and say hi.
Hi,
Hi. Now stop asking questions.
I believe we had a question from the gentleman in the changeling hat.
Oh. Dude, you want like all the internets right there.
I recently heard that this con has over 9,000 attendees.
Over 9,000.
Over 9,000. Well, actually 10,000 and counting right now.
What does the scholars say about attendance level?
And last year it had about 4,000. How do you feel about that being double what it was last year?
It sounds like a lot of fun. Fun.
Next year, we will double the fun.
Fun. Now, I'm this gentleman in the gray shirt. It went around earlier, but it never went to him. I really want to get him.
We're so sorry
Gray
about
shirt.
that.
Great jacket, my bad.
Questions now?
Yes.
I feel like I'm being questioned. No, wait, I am.
I'm interrogating you right now, but you don't know it.
All you gotta do is talk.
What was your question again?
Are we having technical difficulties?
What do you want to see from the show?
What do you want to see in the show?
Continuity.
Ponies.
More adventure. More Luna.
More ponies.
It's like a more Luna.
More ponies.
I'm gonna hit
All
myself for
the
saying
ponies.
this. I'm gonna hit myself for saying this,
You
but
can never have too many ponies. Never.
the show needs more fun.
It's already been doubled with every season.
Fun. But you actually mentioned something that I'm a little bit bothered about. Derpy, how they fixed her eyes and so forth. That really disappointed me.
Wait, for all those who watch Equestria Girls, there's 2 scenes in the movie where she's in it. In the dance and in the cafeteria and at the very bottom of the credits. And she's wall-eyed.
Awesome. Okay. But
I missed that. I did say the cafeteria.
and I would really like to see Lauren Foss going back to work on her, or at least Hasbro giving her creative
I would like
powers
Lauren
again.
Foss to buy the franchise to save it from self-destruction.
Alex, do you have anything to say on it?
About what I want to see?
Should we discuss
Yeah,
Derpy?
in the show.
You guys all cover everything before I get to do it. That's one bad thing about going last. But
Guys, should we discuss
one thing I want to
Derpy?
see is, of course, more ponies. That's all I have to say.
Okay.
You guys covered everything
the
else
lady in
way
brown?
too well.
Over there. Lady in brown.
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for speaking out about why you like My Little Pony, because it's good for this younger generation to see that you can still be a man and like something that's not traditionally thought of as very masculine. I have a 12-year-old who loves My Little Pony, as does my 14-year-old daughter.
He is best 12-year-old. When he plays Call of Duty, he doesn't insult people. He tells them friendship is magic and makes them angry by being nice.
Yeah.
It's all right. And you know, speaking to your 12-year-old, the more young men that come out and say, I don't have to be violent. I can like something that promotes friendship, that promotes harmony, that promotes accepting people for who they are, the more other boys will admit to it. There is a whole population of kids, I was told by his guidance counselor, a whole population of fourth grade boys that sat in school last year and had My Little Pony figures sitting out on their desks. It is becoming more and more popular. And the more boys that are willing to speak out and admit that they enjoy the show and what it represents, the more we'll be able to join them and admit that you don't have to be a jerk to be a guy.
Everybody give her a hand.
If Lauren Foss were here, she would be so proud.
Confidence in who you are is masculinity.
Lauren Foss would be proud of all of us. Just remember that. All right, so Mr. Blue Shirt.
I'm pretty sure there are several blue shirts.
With the cap?
With the hat
with
and the pins,
amulet
buttons.
that Trixie stole?
Yes.
I'm just curious, going off what she said, do you think that one day maybe the My Little Pony series may change everyone's opinion? Like, you don't have to be one certain way, everyone can just be one happy family, if you want to say.
I'm going to point you to John Lennon's Imagine. That's like the epitome of peace. If we can achieve that, then ponies can become everything, really.
The Brony community is definitely slowly pushing things in the right direction, as well as a couple other things like John Lennon and so forth.
Gay marriage, and they are going. I think they're like going to be met with people like, "You're ruining society. You're like, I hate to say it, but you're fagotizing everything. You're ruining America." You're going to meet people who are like
That's just
that.
the Westboro Baptist Church.
Or like, we need the family structure. We need men to be masculine in this role. We need women to be supporting. We need like this structure. And like, I'm totally against it, but like, I think that's how a lot of people would respond.
Well, a lot of those topics, in my opinion, have to do with ignorance.
A lot of people.
No, you know, usually there's always haters for everything, and you can't change that. But we're doing good, and we're doing what we can, you know, love and tolerate. And I don't know what else to say.
So
Orange shirt. I'm sorry.
So a lot of people like structure, especially the people who are managing the structure, because it means we have control. And as humans, we like control. However, people like structure and people like power. Don't mix those two. Don't add them together. Don't put them together. It creates chaos.
More
Discord.
Discord.
On shirt.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what are you looking forward to in season 4? And do you think, how many seasons do you think the show should run for before you think it's better that they finish it at the risk of it decaying in quality after a certain amount of seasons?
Oh boy. The way that Hasbro's running it, it may suffer the old Lauren Faust myth curse where it ends after 6 seasons. But hopefully they bring her back, because honestly, she had a lot of awesome things planned. I heard she had like 10 seasons planned on paper.
In all honesty, though, Hasbro found out, hey, we're making a lot of money from this, from what Lauren Faust's work. And if they find that starting to go down again, I could easily see them trying to get her back in
Not for,
to
you're gonna have
revive
to
it.
name a good dollar price, though.
Yeah, and she deserves it,
And
though.
not screw her over a second time. There was a person all the
Right.
way in the back who had their hand raised. Was that you?
Well, if the profits go down, then you might.
We're trying to go to new people. Sorry. White shirt in the back.
I was just wondering, did you guys see the Comic-Con sneak peek for season 4, and what did you think of it?
I saw the animatic, if that's what you're referring to.
That's what I meant.
Yes, I did see it on YouTube.
I don't like to spoil it for myself.
Let's get this gentleman right up here, and then we'll move over back here
There was
again.
a Pinkie Pie.
There was a Pinkie Pie?
Yeah, wearing the Twilight's crown. Right here, the gentleman up front here with the...
My question is kind of a simple one. What are your thoughts on ponies and our current media?
Like news media?
Yes,
or?
like news media, Fox, all the nice ones that either
Ooh.
nice to us or bash us.
Well, I haven't been keeping track of what the news says about bronies. Maybe other people have, but I haven't.
Fox, they are like a church. They don't know what they're talking about. Honestly, they are confusing me. They go back and forth. They say one bad thing, say 2 nice things, and then follow that up with, we don't know.
I would like to.
But we want your money. Just watch. We got ponies. We got toys.
I would like.
I thought they died as a news station when they first were founded.
I don't know, but I would like to break the common misconception following with this gentleman and the doctor. It's not a news station. Next question.
In my opinion, it's the same response to what I told you. A lot of it has to do with ignorance. And the fact that a lot of people in the world, not this community, don't like change. But I'm sure all of us in this room like change, right?
Yeah. Can we pass the microphone to Miss Pinkamena
Except
Diane
pennies.
Pie over there with Twilight's crown on her head?
I like all the other change except pennies.
Nickels are good, though.
Nickels, dimes, quarters, stuff like that. That kind of change.
I didn't know that Twilight you become the element of magic.
And then we'll get you guys.
I'm Twilight.
Ah.
Don't tell her I stole her crown.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What's your question for us, though?
Oh, okay. How disappointed are you with all the pony toys that get released? Because some of them are pretty bad.
Like Cadence's daughter.
It's like
There was a toy. There's a toy release that's basically Cadence and Shining Armor's kid. We're gonna most likely see that as a season 4 opener. It's gonna be Lesson Zero 2.0 with Twilight flipping out over taking care of like a 3-year-old.
And on the subject of My Little Pony toys.
Yes,
usually-
Cantalai will go up in flames by the end of the episode finale.
And on the subject of pony toys, it's like for some reason, the fandom makes better toys than Hasbro does.
Yeah. Well, the fandom knows what they want.
At least we know how they look like correctly.
The fandom has its own incentive to make toys and plushies such as this. While Hasbro has the only incentive of money, fandom has the incentive of, yes, money, and the dedication to the show and the love for all the ponies, including the antagonists.
And then we had questions in the back over here.
All the way in the back.
Gentleman with the rubber bands on his hand. I think those are rubber bands. Wrist.
Yeah, those are the same thing, right?
It's plastic.
It's stuff on your wrist.
I have like 3 questions, if that's all right.
Dude, go right ahead. Go right ahead.
For all of you, what's your favorite pony song? Like, it could be like from the fandom or from the show.
Gypsy Bard.
Smile, smile, smile.
Luna.
Luna.
The Dream Mode.
Alex, what about you? Favorite song?
Favorite song on the show is Smile, Smile, Smile.
A lot of mine are fan-made, but as for the show, I would have to say when Fluttershy gets to land and finds how awesome everything is.
What is this place?
Oh,
What is
So
this
Many
place?
Wonders.
Yeah.
Wonders.
I couldn't remember the
Wonders.
song. Yeah.
My second question was, which song from the fandom has like really like changed you? You know, like really like left you changed. You know.
Hush Now, Quiet Now for me.
That helped you go to bed? No. For me, it was both.
Fluttershy's.
From the fandom?
No.
Yeah.
My favorite song that really did help me was Smile, Smile, Smile. It was
Same.
good.
That is a good one.
I was kind of like in a low time, and that song really brought me up.
I'll go to my default answer, Gypsy Bard.
Default answer.
Just give him a Twix already.
Alex?
He already did. He said smile.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
What's your third question, man?
I was wondering, who's your favorite like sort of unknown musician in the Brony
Myself.
community?
Myself.
Unknown.
Like not unknown, more like not
Well,
like.
Before,
Yeah, recognized.
Feather has now become popular.
Yeah.
But I liked Feather before when no one knew about her. But now she's...
Hipster! I swag!
Yeah.
Underground is about 2,000 feet deep.
For me, favorite artist, well, there's Philly Pooh and Miss Kyrie Shipper. She's a friend of mine. Really great singer. I think she's still trying to get like noticed out there. But, that's pretty much it so far.
Unknown artist? Well,
Unknown.
No, I mean for Alex.
I already said myself.
Oh, his song.
He's
Yeah.
Oh, fine. I'm known. I feel proud now that I'm
And then-
known.
the
over
gentleman
here?
all the way in the back.
The
All
gentleman in black.
In the
Right
back.
here.
Yeah.
Are you sure? He just raised his hand. What about him? Right here?
That guy
No,
has
yeah.
his hand all the way in the back.
We'll get both of them.
All right.
Go ahead, guy, way in the corner.
Oh wait, well I do have
He's
another
had it
friend who's an artist.
Go ahead.
He goes by the name of Chaos.
We'll get both of them.
All right.
He's not really known.
So to build on the point earlier as far as kids and whatnot with gender, how do you think the show's affected at least its fans when it comes to gender boundaries and as they've existed now?
I feel the show, I mean, I'm not sure if the show really affected people's view on gender roles and such, but at least concerning the fandom, it really changed people's views about gender roles. Because let's face it, as a kid, before the show even began, we would say, oh, that's girly, oh, this is for guys. Let's face it, I'm pretty sure we all have done it at least once. And after the show and after the fandom, we started saying, we at least less, we said those like it's girly, it's for guys thing at least less, if not we stopped saying it altogether because we would be calling the kettle black if we said that's girly.
I haven't said it since I started watching it. So.
And the famous example is the toy aisles where one is blue and one is pink, and eventually there will be no distinction between them, hopefully. But pertaining to the gender thing, I think one of the biggest shocks to the community, besides families that don't have kids who are growing up in it, is seeing them, questioning it, and finding out that there is a large base that isn't afraid to be who they are. But also a lot of parents growing up now realizing that this is a thing and being proud of their children at the same time for being who they are. If this happened, let's say in the 50s, I think we'd get a much bigger, different response.
We'd be having a revolution about that.
I don't know about that, but...
Gentlemen,
way
all
in the
the way
back.
in the back.
I was just wondering, your reaction to the end of season 2. What did you think of the concept of changelings, and what's your reaction to them, and what you think could be a possible element in future seasons?
I think it might have accidentally been a solution to who is best pony as well.
I think it brought a new wave of annoying role players.
Well, I like changelings for the fact that they do what they do, they feed off love, and they can change whoever they want to. But I always wanted to know like more about them, more about their past, and more.
We don't really know about where they came
Comics.
from.
You think more into that? For me, I like the changes because it's so freaking cool. I've read stories where they're so gruesomely violent that it just makes sense for them with the fangs and all.
They also don't seem to be that smart. No offense.
Well, yeah, except for Chris.
Yeah.
Except for Chrysalis, and then she again still manages to fail because she can't do a basic dance called sunshine, sunshine.
Now, you have had your hand up for a very, very long time.
Yeah.
Gentleman with the derby hat again.
Now, this actually goes back to the whole topic of bullying. I just want to say, if you've been bullied at all, or if you have a kid or a friend who's been bullied for whatever reason, listen to or make them listen to the song "Great to Be Different" by Forest Rain. Because I was bullied for the longest time, and that song has just completely changed my life.
Everyone give him a hand.
I'll give him my hand physically.
All right, and we had another question from a gentleman in like a
white
purple
shirt.
robe.
Let's get him in the white shirt first.
His arms being held up by
Right
his
there.
friend.
Yeah, I was talking about that guy.
What are your opinions on the fan-made episodes? Snowdrop and Double Rainbow specifically.
Oh boy.
I've really liked a lot of them. I haven't seen a whole lot of them, unlike some people, but the ones that I have seen, like Snowdrop and so forth, I really like them. Almost.
No, he cried. I heard him on Skype. He bawled.
No.
Yes, he did. I watched both of them, and to be honest, Double Rainbow was kind of overhyped. It was so hyped, and I felt kind of like I felt let down.
And then
'cause it
them
was-
trying to replicate the style, they're just uncanny valley.
Double Rainbow wasn't bad. I actually know the director, but he focused too much on trying to recreate the feel of how an episode would animate rather than the story, and that was what brought it down. Snowdrop, on the other hand, was really well done for a team that was even smaller than that of Double Rainbow, and I did tear up a little bit at the end. It was good.
I don't know if this counts as fan-made. I assume it does, but it's very mainstream. Diggity Demon? Yeah! Crush, destroy, swag.
Everyone's favorite line right here. I think she said we're always welcome in her shed.
All right. We have. Wait, is that the end of your question?
Forget you. I can eat all these apples.
We have a
All right.
question from a gentleman, I believe, in the back with a black T-shirt.
Whoa. Yeah, good answer.
He has. I was just about to say he has a blue lanyard on. All right. I believe yes.
I didn't actually have a question. I just wanted to put in a good word for Fox News. I had an interview for Fox 29, and it was very fair. When they ran it, I saw it. It was pretty good. They presented us as normal people. So if you want to take a look at some point, that probably
How
be
much
good.
did they get paid to do that? To do their job correctly?
What?
It's still part of Fox.
Let's just.
Anyway, moving onwards, the gentleman right here in the dark blue shirt.
No offense to your question, it's just controversial.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one word that you can say is the opposite of brony, it's Fox News.
Hey, avoid.
I thought it was anti-brony.
You guys are confusing me.
I thought the opposite would have been anti-brony.
So, like, while becoming a brony, you guys had friends, and while watching, did you try to pull any of your friends in and succeed?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if this counts as a friend because he's my brother, but
Oh, so what's your family value?
well, hey. But what I did, he's against it. He does not like it. But what I did was I started playing music. Didn't tell him what it was. I just started playing music. And he said, "That sounds pretty cool. What is it?" And I told him who it was. He says, "Okay." And he starts looking it up. And then he noticed, "Oh, well, this is MLP." And I nonchalantly said, "Well, I don't care who made it, but it's really good music." So I started to get him to listen to the music. And then he said, "Oh, well, this doesn't sound too bad. The fandom can't be that bad." And then he opened up that way.
And then one day he woke up in his bed dressed in only pony swag and said,
No.
"No!" All right. Sir with the black shirt? Or
So many black shirts.
One eating
Mr. Cape Man right here.
Out of all the elements of harmony, which one is you individually?
Ooh. That depends. What is magic? Well,
Can I be like the element of awesomeness?
I figured that magic is actually keeping like dedication to friendship because in the episode where Twilight turns gray or whatever the process is called, discorded, whatever, she ends up
Discordification.
giving up on her friends. So I've come to the conclusion that magic is just dedication to friendship. But either which way,
In the end of season 3, Celestia describes it as leadership.
Dedication.
Either which way.
Friendship is magic. I don't know.
Either which way, if it's dedication, then I'd have to say magic. But if it's leadership, then I'd have to say friendship or. Sorry,
Please no overanalysis.
Fluttershy's, whatever Fluttershy's is.
That's kindness.
You don't even know what it is. How can you say Fluttershy?
Doc, you are officially been like de-stripped of your ranking of a brony. You need to take the entry exam to try again. But I associate myself with magic.
Magic.
It takes dedication. That's just me.
All right.
What element, Alex? What element are you?
I guess I could be all of them depending on the context. I'm indecisive. He said I'm indecisive.
I'm gonna give him the element of indecisiveness.
All right.
Or are you gonna be too indecisive about that too?
Maybe.
All right. I'm done with you. I'm done with you.
All right. We have a question from a person in the fedora front row.
No, that's just mean. You've been skipping this fine gentleman here.
Thank you.
For half an hour. And yes, I've been keeping track.
Well, you asked a lot of questions earlier.
All right.
It's been told that perhaps the cutie mark series are going to get their cutie marks in season 4. Any
Yes.
comments? Are you sad about them like not becoming the cutie mark?
They will still be the cutie mark.
Of course they will.
I'm skeptical on whether or not they will actually get their cutie marks because that will just destroy what their entire reputation has been based
Oh,
off.
so they need to be looked down upon in society for the rest of their lives for you to be happy.
Well, I
Okay.
think it's a point that you can extend how many episodes you have because you can have multiples.
Chicken Lou.
Well, yeah, I think them being blank flanks was part of their character development.
I think it would be interesting, and I would like to see them reach their goals. I think that would be a great thing, especially since we've seen a bunch of episodes where they try really hard. And so I think it'd be good to see those characters get what they've been searching for and what they've been working hard for.
Reaching maturity is
Well,
their goal.
even just one of them.
Gentlemen.
Right.
The one right here in black behind our friend here.
And then
Finally. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it is on.
Fun.
Question.
You really think you can take me?
All right, so what's
okay,
your question?
all right. My question is, okay,
I try to adhere to the whole love and tolerate thing, and but I have a hard time doing it with the soccer moms who tried to get Derby removed.
Yeah, that really frustrates
Is there
me.
anyone you have trouble with that?
When it comes to love and tolerating?
Yeah.
David D. Simone.
I would have to say, no, I don't really have an issue with love and tolerating. If you really honestly can't tolerate someone, the old saying that I always use is hold your tongue. Again, that is also tolerating. But everybody, in my opinion, is entitled to their own opinions and views, and to say that they're wrong is to say that you're just as wrong.
The only person I
For
have
bringing it up
issues
to
with it is my father. That's kind of it. And everyone here has heard me yell at him.
Yeah.
Doc, just remove yourself. The exit's behind you. Pick a door. Don't come back.
All right, so we have a question from the gentleman who was
Red
wearing-
shirt, right
Oh,
here.
red shirt. All right, red shirt.
Red shirt.
Red
He's
shirt.
been waiting.
I actually got two questions. Is that okay?
Sure, yeah.
Question one is, if you ship, who is your favorite ship? What's your favorite ship?
We ship it.
I'd have to say, ship everyone with everyone.
If you ship everyone with everyone, everyone's happy.
Exactly. So I'd have to say my favorite ship would have to be the HMS Beagle, because that's the one that carried Charles Darwin.
You know what? Here's the best ship. Think about it. Season 1 Luna x Season 2 Luna. Wrap your head around that and try not to implode.
All right. And your second question.
Second question is, do you like chicken?
No, Scootaloo.
Who likes Scootaloo?
Scootaloo isn't my favorite character,
Chickaloo.
but she's still very good. Wait.
Are there any Scootaloo fans out there? There
come
you
on,
go.
give us come on, sing our anthem. Scoot,
Yeah.
scoot, scootaloo.
Scoot, scootaloo.
All right.
Scootaloo.
For all you Scootaloo fans, there's a new burger in McDonald's in France called the McScootaloo. That was a legitimate contest and it won. You can thank Pony Chan for that one.
All right.
It's coming to America, that's all I've heard, so soon. Soon Scootaloo will be ours.
Let's get
one holding Lyra.
some
Guy with
back.
the
One holding
Twixie.
Lyra.
Straight back, Lyra. And then we'll get you guys over there in the corner, and then we'll get you.
Yeah.
So what kind of works would you like to see from the fandom side in the future? Like animation-wise? Anything
What
that-
should the fandom do in the future?
Yeah, what should the fandom do in the future that, the main guys would not be touching upon?
I'm big on video, so if we're gonna go into animation, then I would definitely love to see them experiment with cinematography effects, depth of field, lens flares everywhere, ultra real shadows.
Motion blur.
I was thinking that something that might open up the community more to the general public, that would be neat if Hasbro did do, would be if they made a movie, because then everybody could meet everybody in their local communities who are
Equestria
bronies.
Girls is not enough?
You said movie?
Yes, movie.
Equestria Girls.
Well.
That's not enough for you?
Well, there's no
not enough for me.
pony music.
Right.
I got to
But I
see
mean,
it.
like an actual movie in most movie theaters.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
You didn't miss much other than the DVD.
Okay. And then there's two gentlemen in the corner over there. One with the black shirt raising his hand, and I think there was someone next to him earlier. Yeah, get those two, please.
Hi. Well, I think the Brony fandom is the best fandom in the world, and that's not. That's not an informed opinion, of course. I don't know what many other fandoms are about, but I was wondering, like, when the TV show was canceled, does anyone think like the fandom would descend to the level of crazy every other fandom becomes, or could we keep this up the way it is now?
I personally, We can do it. I personally
We
think
can
that
do
the fandom would actually start to create, as they have been currently, continuing episodes. It makes them popular. They get a lot of views. Everybody loves them for it. They get fame and respect in the community. So I wouldn't be surprised, even if they canceled the show, if we had BronyCon 2025.
I'm really thankful that we have enough animators who like doing Flash and vectoring, that it's one of the only fandoms that can be easily continued in the same or an enhanced style of the show. If it really became self-destructive, I would feel sad and start throwing money at people. Make me something.
If you don't mind, I have a question for the lady in green as was leaving. What is your opinion on the fandom?
Actually, I've actually really enjoyed coming down here. I came down here to go with my sister. I've only been mildly exposed to the fandom, so I've actually been very impressed with how welcoming and kind the community has been. So that's pretty much a lot of my exposure has been coming here to the con and been very impressed. So
Awesome. Everybody give her a hand.
Everyone, we should also welcome it to the herd. Welcome to the herd.
One of us.
One of us.
Welcome to the herd, and you both have a good day.
Join the herd, yeah, that'd be better.
All right.
All right.
Which one should we get next?
We want to give a shout out to BronyNet.
And Jacob Pritchett for making such an awesome Brony networking website. You should really check it out. It is awesome.
It's all good.
I mean, if it weren't for BronyNet, then I don't even know if BPPH would exist.
Dude, that is depressing. Stop.
Also, if you want to see any of our older episodes, it's livestream.com/bpph. But anyway, next question.
Okay, George.
Rainbow Dash Cap.
On like the Camelot wedding episode with the changelings and stuff, do you have any like justification for why the plot was kind of really flawed, and there were a lot of situations where Chrysalis made very vital mistakes?
Well, from what I know, again, that's because Hasbro took Lauren Foss's executive control and watered down the entire show. That's the only real explanation there is for why anything comes out a little bit loose.
Gentleman
Rainbow
over
Dash
here.
Cap.
And then we'll get this guy in the white cap.
I noticed that two people, him and did someone
Yeah.
else have a question?
We'll get these guys. These are the final questions. Please, no more questions because we're closing soon.
I just want to know, what's your favorite part of the My Little Pony world?
The people.
I mean, your favorite, like, place.
Oh.
Ponyville.
Ponyville.
Manhattan,
The mirror
probably.
pool. I like the mirror pool.
Germany.
South Korea.
Mine would be the main town.
The moon. That's a good place too.
Ponyville.
Ponyville. Yeah, Ponyville.
Okay, gentleman right here.
And the white hat.
And
He's
the
been
white,
waiting a while.
with my favorite T-shirt.
My question is about it was kind of two. What do you guys think at the end of season 3? And was that Lauren Faust's original ending idea?
No, it wasn't either. That. Huh? He said if.
From what I was just double checking. But from what I've heard, Lauren Faust had intended for her to turn into
10 seasons.
Yeah, Alicorn for 10 seasons ahead. That's 10 years, and I think I would have really liked that because it would have given a lot more meaning and background to her becoming a princess
If
than
that
being
happened
explained in
10
one
years, I
episode.
would have bawled my eyes out.
Yeah. Plus, it kind of left you with the Princess Cadence. She has her own kingdom. Pretty much everyone has their own kingdom or is in charge of an area. Meanwhile, Twilight, since they didn't get to explain that part, is kind of left empty-handed, just
She's
a
just
princess.
given a castle at the end.
Yeah.
We have no idea how much time passed. It's like one of my only issues with the show. You can't really say this took place during this amount of time because you have nothing to say that it did.
Right.
All you see is that things just happened because magic.
Does one have the moon?
When I saw the end of season 3, I just thought it was the series finale.
It could have been if people had been that angry.
Yeah.
And then you guys had questions?
I see there's someone else with questions. So we're gonna
I wanted to know if in season 4, do any of you want to see background ponies have major roles in episodes, and if so, which ones?
Octavia and Luna. Luna is kind of a background pony, even though she shouldn't be. That is the problem. Maybe Luna should take Sunset Shimmer as her student.
Luna, for being such an important character, I'm surprised she doesn't have a more important role. But
We need to make a movie just with her as the main character. And we should get 2 snacks to animate it.
But I would personally like to see more Derpy, and Lyra would be interesting to see what her story would be.
I think the gentleman who had his gentleman in the back who had his hand raised for like a good 10 minutes.
Jeez. Okay. Have you guys played Mega Man 10? Like it's like right next door.
No.
Have you guys played Fighting Is Magic?
No. I got to play it yesterday.
Well, like I was just wondering if you have, because like
I have not. I plan on it. I tried to figure out a way that I could try it before now. But yes, I plan on going there later today and trying it.
Okay. Well, Mega Man 10 is really awesome, and Fighting Is Magic is cool too.
Yeah, I like the arcade.
Okay, thank you.
Sir, right here, up front.
And then we'll get the gentleman in the white.
And then I guess we'll
White
ask
hat.
them. You should ask them a couple.
Yeah. Then we'll do that right after these two. These are last questions.
Right here. Also, before you do say it, we just want to let you know that after the sir right here, gray hair, we're going to ask you guys questions before we close. It's going to be epic.
I just like to say you look a lot like the guy from The Matrix.
Which one?
The guy that Morpheus, yeah.
Morpheus.
Except I still
Shave your
have
head.
hair. Hey,
Some black
I am
glasses.
not going bald. This hair stain.
It's a wig.
Thanks.
But also,
Go right ahead.
my friend, when he was a brony for like a year or like a year and a half, and he when he saw the ending of season 3 and saw Equestria Girls, he's turned off and left everything. You think there's any like?
You just need to grab a really, really hard plushie, like not soft at all. Go to his house at a really inconvenient hour. You know he's there, and just like, boom, and be like, the power of the princesses compels you. Do you speak English?
Do you think I can ever get him back?
Yes. If you follow my advice, you will most likely get him to watch it again.
Well, and like I said before, I was kind of against it myself, but I think the trick is to really get him to sit down, watch it.
You have to kind of have a set of standards. You can't go in thinking this is a Hollywood flick. I watched it in theaters, and literally we were waiting for the screen to stretch out. All that popped up in the bottom left corner, I swear to God, playing Blu-ray. We were watching the Blu-ray in June. They've been holding on to the DVD and Blu-ray set for like months now. We were kind of disappointed, but we loved the film. Because you can't go in there thinking it's a, $50 million budgeted animated flick.
And then,
silver-haired Dante over here.
It could have been a lot worse.
Well, it's
It
more of a
could
joke.
have been. Right over there.
Also, when hitting your friend, you'll be added with a charge of assault and battery. Purchase not required.
All right, I wanted to ask another question because my first question was kind of a joke. What are your thoughts on the personalities of the different background characters? Because I know a lot of people who get their Jimmies in a Russell
The
because they
fandom
think
personalities made for them are pretty much in tune how they appear, I would say.
I think that's pretty cool, though. It doesn't really. We're pretty much doing Hasbro's job when it comes to their personality, because
shouldn't have to, but-
there's so much background fandom in the background characters.
well, some of the stuff it's different. Some people have different ideas on different
Right.
characters.
Well, a bunch of fanons are always different from other fanons.
I think they'll pick the most general and popular ones.
That's kind of the sad thing, because there are some background ponies that have been just non-existent. That's why the
But
story,
there has been some background ponies put in because of our stuff.
like the story background pony with Lyra. I am friends with the author of that. I did not even know he liked my story. His username didn't click for me until a couple months after I published my story. But all right, we're kind of like towards the end of this awesome experience. So we're now going to ask you people questions. First opening question. Who here likes Spike the Dragon? Look, right, we got a Spike.
There we
Come
go.
on, give him some love.
Everybody, clap.
We can also agree Spike is best main character. He does the most work behind the scenes.
Best main character. Ah, you didn't say pony.
You gotta say Spike is best pony.
Spike is best dragon.
Dragon.
Especially in the .mov series. The elements of armory, they were up my nose the entire time. All right, you ask the question.
Okay.
Deadly serious.
Deadly serious.
Life-defining serious.
Who will look up this show once we're done with the con? It's like, you better raise your hands.
You almost made me choke
I
on
will
water.
write it down for you if you need it. Good.
You almost made me choke on water because I thought you people really were just gonna.
Yeah,
walk
it's like I
out.
saw 3 hands. I was like, uh-oh.
I think I was gonna have a heart attack after that one.
We did all this work and
We did all this
Your
work.
turn.
Does it have to be serious?
Doesn't have to be serious.
Who thinks I'm the best one? Yeah.
We got to take this.
Alex, your turn.
Fun?
Fun.
Gak?
No.
Yeah, plap. All right. So we're gonna go into a singing number now, and it's gonna be everyone's current favorite song.
Gypsy Bard.
No, it starts with a piano and then a guitar, and it goes. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
All right, let's go over what we've learned. What color are the magical unicorns?
Green. Purple. Green.
What are they dancing on?
Rainbows.
If you had to use one word to describe the magical texture of their fur, what would it be?
Curly.
Smile.
Yay! Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows. Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rain.
What?
What? Best sing along. Maybe Pinkie Pie should sing Equestria Girls for us. We're unforgettable. Something. We dropped
Something about bronies.
Something about
Out of pure curiosity and confusion, what is in your folder? Gentleman in white shirt.
Dude, that is a really cool OC.
Yes.
It's all pony-based Final Fantasy stuff. Let's see it.
Wow.
This is Kefka.
I'm totally out.
Do you have Sephiroth?
Actually, I sort of do.
Who here is a fan of Final Fantasy?
A little bit. I know what it is.
No.
More people like me than
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
It's very long. I haven't played. You have the spotlight.
You have the spotlight. Come on, man.
Except
you
we don't
have
actually
one
have
job.
You have the theoretical spotlight.
You have
Because we
the
don't really
limelight.
have a spotlight.
Shush. He has one job. Let him do it.
That they've seen this, but this is a cast of all the heroes and villains, particularly from the city in pony form. You might not be able to see it because it's kind of small.
I wish we had a projector. Actually,
That
I wish
would
we-
be cool,
I wish
but
we
no.
had something to project your image onto the projector.
For your viewing pleasure.
But
Let's all give him a hand for showing his work.
Wait, we have someone right here who can do that for us. Dude, I love you so much right
projector.
now.
Does the staff have a question? Oh.
Yes.
Does the staff have a question?
Why not?
Wonderful staff. What else give a shout out? A round of applause for the staff and all the people
At the very end.
Oh.
All right. So, another question for the fandom at large. Are you all pumped for season 4? All right, so I've been hearing rumors on the line. My Little Dashie the movie, directed by Michael Bay and co-directed by M. Night Shyamalan. Anyone excited for that?
Yeah!
Best action thriller of 2014. No. All right, so we've kind of run out of time, but we want to say goodbye. All right?
Goodbye. Giving a shout out to BronyCon. Shout out to all the staff, all the bronies, everywhere.
Love you.
All right. We really want to thank you, and we hope that we can definitely come back here next year because this has been an awesome experience. You people gotta join us on the live stream because we are gonna be pumping out content like crazy.
Content, so much.
So Aramis,
Solari, David, both work.
Doc or Wyatt.
Alex or WB11.
but before you leave, we also want to thank the staff.
Everybody clap for the staff.
Yeah! Get amped! If you guys want to just come up and talk to us, whatever, we have like half an hour before I think the next group comes in.
Yeah.
So
We have a good
if
amount
you
of
guys
time.
want to make this a hangout now, I guess, you're welcome to stay, welcome to go. If you go, though,
we'll miss you.
Every
Have
day
a good
will
day.
rain.
We'll miss you.
Love you.
What?